So that last scene you just saw, Harv just added it on because sorry, Harv, was that a Canadian kid?
No,
American kid, but within the last few weeks or something?
Yeah, the solve in the movie at the beginning is 5.55 seconds. That existed for like 2 years until the day we finished the movie, and the next day somebody beat it. That's how it's been beat twice since then. So 4.9 is the new world record.
You can imagine how hard Harvey yelled at me when I missed that one. That was almost the end of our friendship.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, I want to thank everybody on the stage for bringing your movies to us. It's really an honor to showcase great documentaries like that. And there we go. And Karen, you're back. Karen had a movie in the festival in 2013-ish, 12. So yeah, 2012. And now you're back with the documentary. You want to talk a little bit how you came to decide on this subject, a really interesting subject.
Well, I'm lucky enough to know Angie Cito, who is a teacher at National Ballet School. And we had dinner one night, and she told me about this exciting thing she was doing. And it was teaching people with Parkinson's disease how to dance and studying what was going on in their brains. She didn't do that studying, but they had doctors there doing it, and needless to say...
I was in the crowd, right? Because he's actually a friend of mine, funny enough.
Where's Joe? He's right there.
Joe the neuroscientist.
Needless to say, the movie kind of made itself in my head when I couldn't sleep that night. And as soon as I could, I started going to the classes to see for myself, and I fell in love with everyone. And this is David Dennison. You saw him bravely dance in front of my whole crew on his own. And my producer, Susie Schray. And our VFX animator artist, Mark Alberts.
I actually thought that was a great illustration of what was going on with layering the VFX on. I never thought it went overboard. I thought it just served to heighten what was going on because it is an invisible process, right? Which is part of the reason Joe and his colleagues are working on this because it's hidden. You never know exactly where it is, and you really made that part of it come to life. So well done. Well done. I want a big round of applause for this. And are you working on anything else right now?
Yes, actually, I'm making a documentary series about women in martial arts in the GTA.
Cool. Very, very, very nice. Well, listen, I want a big thank you for everybody on your crew for Synapse Dance. Absolute pleasure. Thanks, guys. Big round of applause.
Hello?
Harv, that was awesome. Who hasn't had a Rubik's Cube at some point in their life, right? If it was an actual Rubik's Cube, it was your keychain. I mean, they're literally a part of our culture, and that was a great insight into that whole world. So what was it specifically that brought you to the point where you're like, wow, I want to invest 2 years of my life, right? 2 years, right?
2 years.
2 years and bring this story to everybody.
This story actually happened while we were making another movie.
Oh, okay.
We started out making a movie about the art that we showed in the movie.
Yeah.
The artist Josh was going to rebuild the Sistine Chapel, 250,000 cubes. And that sounded cool.
Yeah.
3 days into shooting, I felt like, I don't know if we're going to get there. So we got to find another movie, Adam.
Wait, did you had the funding for that movie?
We were funded. We were shooting. And I was like,
I feel like doing something else.
no, I just thought, I was like, if we keep shooting and he doesn't build, what are we shooting?
Yeah, right.
Right? So I'm going to shoot an empty air with no cubes. So I said, Adam, call and see if we can change the idea. And he did. He had the balls to call and go like, I know you funded this one movie, but we want to make a different one. And they were like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Oh, well, That's crazy that they're like right away they were okay with it.
We didn't tell them what movie we were making because we still didn't know yet. But they were like, yeah, as long as like art can be a piece of it, we're cool with it.
Oh wow, that's
And
incredible.
then
And Pete's actually
I'm the director. Adam Rodness was the producer. Andrew McDonald was our director of photography. Stu Stone is in the movie, but also was a big part of our production team in LA and did all the music. So there's a couple of other people here, Louis Webb, Robert Wilson, Patrick Cameron, producers. So we needed to find a story, and I found a website that was owned by Tom Kremer, and it looked like it was made in 1992. It was like HTML with spinning GIFs. Like, click here, contact. So we sent him an email, and it took about 3 months for him to respond, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an iPhone. And he got back to us, and I was like, Adam, call him now.
He actually, he got back to us after Harv kept on, call him, like write to him, fly a plane over and get him, knock on his door, you have to do this. And finally, we actually did that. We got on the phone with him and he answered the phone and he was very comfortable with us coming out to a town called Honiton, England, which is a 4-hour drive from London. Yeah, we've never driven. There's a whole other documentary, really, to begin with. And he was nice enough to invite us into his home. He lives in this insane castle, which you guys got to see a little piece of. And he gave us 3 days of his time, which we were only hoping that he was going to give us like 4 hours. And it was incredible. And that's where the whole story kind of spawned again.
Yeah, I sat down, or we were 4 hours late getting there. All the trains are down. We get there. We sit down. First he's like, do we have to have tea? We're like, we set up cameras, we get there. I'm like, okay, tell me about Tom Kremer. We're there for 1 day. He talks for 6 hours. Never once mentions the Rubik's Cube. 6 hours.
Oh, so well then how much? And this is something that kills me about documentary filmmakers is you end up with a crap load of footage.
Oh, right. So my editor Mahi, she built this movie out of hundreds and hundreds of hours of amazing stuff, but like to build it into a threaded narrative.
You gotta find the story.
Yeah, it's like braiding hair, right? It's crazy.
Who's your editor again?
Mahi Rahukazar, I can't pronounce her name. No, she's not here. Rahukazar.
Give it up for the editor because
yes,
editors don't get enough due.
She made this movie. She made the movie. And finding that. You know, another random email. I emailed a TV station in Hungary and said, do you have Rubik's Cube footage? And they happened to be the only TV station that existed in 1978 and had all of it. So like, that is Tom and Erno in 1979 talking about the cube. Like, how do we find that? Like, that was a needle in a haystack. Stuart Sims is from 1979 in Hungary. Like, here's this guy we just interviewed last week. He showed up in the stock footage.
Oh my god, that really helps to build the story.
To
follow the characters throughout that huge.
That was the old ladies in the factory building the cubes.
Wow, that was awesome. I think we actually have some cubes out in the audience waiting.
We do.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're just doing now. So you want to introduce
Dave Campbell is here from the Canadian Cubing Association. Where's Dave?
Where's Dave? There's Dave. And
we'll keep talking while he sets up his contract.
Because we're gonna have a really cool demonstration of some cubers who can do this hyper fast. Because there was a time when I could do the cube, and I was so happy when I hit 1:58. And then I see this, I'm like, I don't even.
53 seconds at 8 years old.
Really?
And I can still do it in between, a minute. I'm about a minute. But that kid does it in 4.4 seconds at home on a regular basis.
That's just insane.
It's a different brain. We don't have brains like that.
Just incredible.
We're too old.
So we're gonna set this up, and do you know who is here?
That's
that's John Esperes. That's right.
John, welcome. Welcome. We're really happy to have you. Dave, thanks for helping set up this contraption.
You know what's cool?
And
I got one thing to tell you. The Rubik's Cube company said that they couldn't talk to us while we made this film. We weren't allowed to talk to Erno, we weren't allowed to talk to Tom.
really?
They said we're off limits because we are making an IMAX film about the Rubik's Cube. And I said, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. IMAX, Rubik's Cube. This doesn't make any sense. But we pretended to be journalists and snuck into an event and got Erno Rubik.
Oh, wait, is that?
That's how Erno's in our movie. And Tom, it turns out that he has given the company to his son, and that's why he could talk to us, but his son showed up while we were filming. And Adam had the balls to say, hey, do you think we can come to the Rubik's office? And he was like, yeah, cool. And he got on the phone, and he said, hey, I've got the IMAX film crew here. And I was like...
That's like, talk about guerrilla filmmaking.
I was like, Adam, shut up, we'll go, talent releases will be good. And Adam's like, well, actually, we're the Canadian film crew. And within 4 minutes of driving out of the driveway, they were like, you can't come.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. Hey, why don't we bring you guys up on stage here and maybe take us through, you guys want to come on this side? And
Just before we do this, I just want to say that this film couldn't have been produced without the help of the Rogers Documentary and Cable Network Fund, the Biography Channel, and also Tricon Films and Samaritan Entertainment. And there's a bunch of people out here that were appeared in the film. There's Harold Chiswick. Harold, give yourself a round of applause there from Chizcom Toys. As well as Dave Campbell, Stu Stone, Jamie Rise, our other composer, and Eli Rise. So thanks everyone for coming out tonight, and now we're going to watch some real magic.
Cool, so how should we do this? Is somebody going to mix them up and then you're just going to go for it? Oh, sweet. I would love to. You want to hold that for a second?
Gladly. I can solve it, but I cannot solve it as fast as John, so there's no sense in anyone else solve it but John. So he's one of the fastest in the country, which probably makes him one of the fastest in the world, really. So I just randomly scrambled it for him so we can see how quickly he can do it.
Under 10 seconds, 9.649. Unreal, that was amazing. Okay, let's do another one, right? One-handed. Are you kidding me? Oh! 20.65. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Under 4 seconds for this comic cube. That's ooh. Okay, here's the monster cube. Oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. It's getting close. Here we are. Whoa. Whoa! Why not? Unbelievable! A Canadian film that's Rubik's Cube record. John, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for everybody on the stage, guys. That was really incredible. That was something else to see. Sorry? Oh, does somebody in the audience want to try? Is that what I heard? Is there somebody good at it?
Anyone know who's trying for a prize? Anybody? You don't have to be up here all day.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's throw it up for. I want to ask you how long it took you to get to that level. How much practice and how did you even figure out the algorithms?
So I've known how to solve a cube for 3.5 years, and I seriously started practicing 3 years ago.
Wow, that's incredible. So what's your personal best for a normal Rubik's Cube?
At home, 4.48 seconds, and in a competition, 7.9
Wait,
49 seconds.
4.48 seconds.
Yes.
So you've beaten the world record.
Yeah,
unwitnessed.
Yes.
Sure, we get it, but you seem like an honest dude.
I guess I have the potential to beat the world record. I just have to,
We're totally rooting for you. Seriously rooting for you. It'd be awesome if you did that. I bet you one day you will. Does anybody want to try? You get a free Rubik's Cube if you do. This dude right here. Okay, we're gonna have one try. Can we borrow your Rubik's Cube? You. Whoa. Oh, he brought his own. All right. That's all right. Okay, so you know how this thingy works? God, I'm turning into my dad. All right, he's going at it. He knows what he's doing. Oh, it's getting close. You can smell it. Oh boy. Yeah! It was like 23 seconds. That's awesome. That was so good. Listen, you're gonna get there we go. That's for you. For Rubik's Cube. Thanks very much for coming out, man. That was really cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And if anybody has any questions for these guys on the web, ask. Cause there's a couple free Rubik's Cubes here that thing's gonna give away. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to vote on 20 moves on your way out with the ballot. If you don't have a ballot, you can grab one on the way out.
I think we have someone who wants to come up.
Come on up! Please cheer him up. We got one more here. Come on! Oh, you don't know? Well, how about you get a free Rubik's Cube here? All right, we'll do the lobby. All right, guys, thank you very much. That was an amazing screening, and thanks for visiting us.